It's January the 15th, the birthday of one of the most famous men in the history of non-violent activism. Stay tuned to learn more about this influential man, his faith, his life, and his connection with Stevie Wonder.
On this day, in 1929, a boy was born in Atlanta, Georgia. He would go on to become the most famous leader of the American civil rights movement and a global symbol of peace. His name, of course, was Michael King Jr.? That's correct. The man who would go on to become Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was called Michael until he was 5 years old. Then, in 1934, young Michael's father, the Reverend Michael King Sr., visited Germany as part of a world tour with the Baptist World Alliance. A minister himself, King was inspired by the story of Martin Luther, a key figure in the Christian Reformation during the 16th century. The original Martin Luther risked his own life to challenge the corruption and exploitation he saw in society. Michael King Sr. was so inspired by the example of Martin Luther that he decided to rename both himself and his 5-year-old son.
Years later, Martin Luther King Jr. himself became a Baptist minister and a prominent figure in the civil rights movement, calling for an end to systemic racial discrimination in the United States. He was a celebrated preacher and orator and is probably best known for his most famous address at the Lincoln Memorial on the 28th of August, 1963, which later became known as the "I Have a Dream" speech. Those famous words, "I have a dream," were not, in fact, part of his originally prepared speech, but were improvised in the moment. Drawing on his skills as a religious preacher, King led the excited crowd to an emotional climax, simultaneously cementing himself as one of the greatest speakers in modern history and influencing generations of peaceful activists right up to the present day. Like the man he was named for, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was a man of faith, ready to put his life on the line in the cause of equality, freedom, and dignity for all. He urged his congregation to transcend feelings of hate and choose love. In his own words, "Hate is too great a burden to bear. And I say to you, I have also decided to stick with love, for I know that love is ultimately the only answer to mankind's problems."
But what is the connection between Stevie Wonder and Martin Luther King? Stevie Wonder's song, Happy Birthday, was written to help promote the creation of Martin Luther King Day. The campaign was successful, and Martin Luther King Day has been celebrated ever since on the third Monday of January, close to King's birthday. Stevie Wonder led the crowd in singing his song Happy Birthday at the first official celebration of Martin Luther King Day on the 20th of January, 1986.